Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the preseason episode for the new Scarcasm season. I have done quite a bit in preparation for this, and I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit of what I've done. Now, I haven't set up my recruiting board. Now, I don't know if y'all want to see that or not, because recruiting is kind of boring, so I might actually cut out the recruiting part. I did also want to possibly do a stream of a different kind of NCAA video, maybe like the previous season that I had. I called it the Buy Your Bootstraps, where you started off as a one-star coordinator and kind of worked your way up. And I think I might do that part on stream. This part will be videos, and the videos will be I'm going to try to cut them up a little bit to try to make them shorter, because with me playing as the whole team, well, coaching as the whole team, I'm coaching, so I'm not going to actually be playing the game, because me playing the game is kind of cheating, because, you know, I played this game for years. This game came out in 2013, so like you kind of know everything that there is to know about the game. So I'm going to be coaching the team. I'm going to probably wait and do the recruiting board. I have already redshirted players. Of course, none of the players that I've added have been redshirted, so y'all don't have to worry about that. I don't know if I'm going to have an issue with audio in this game, because most of it is like fight songs and such, so I'll cut the audio anyway, just in case. And I'm probably just gonna kind of rip some marching band stuff that I know that's safe for me to use, and I might just put that kind of lowly underneath. Now I do, however, want to use a song, and it took me a long time to find this, because the team is the Bulldogs. Because when I was setting up teams, I used their the default the default mascots and such for the game in Team Builder. So the Bulldogs, I really liked it because I like the colors, because I've always liked the colors like blue and like a silver, so I ended up using that. And it's not really like much alliteration, because y'all know I love alliteration, so the Scarcasm Bulldogs doesn't really kind of roll off the tongue in a alliteration kind of way. But I just made the team. I made this team a long time ago with a bunch of other teams, but I think it was kind of a situation to whereas most people said they don't necessarily want me to add any other teams, because I was just going to strip the Mac like I always do. So let's go to, well, first of all, I'm going to go to Coaching Central, and since I and other members of the show and friends of the show are actually on the team, I had to create a new coach, and I figured what better name to use than head coach Mason Sims. It was just kind of I was trying to think of like what name could I use that wouldn't actually be on the team, but someone who would be around for the whole thing. So why not Mason Sims? So head coach is Mason Sims. They're going to add the coordinators through the coaching carousel throughout once the season ends. Coordinators are going to come. They're going to go. I started all of the coaches at level 1. They are on a faster progression, so that the coaches will get better over time, and they will get better faster. Now let's go to the depth chart. Now, starting quarterback. Now, some of these players were already in the game from when I had set up the team originally. So, and because at the time when I set this up, Team Builder, the website, still actually worked. So I was able to go in, add players, and make them all freshmen. Now, because the Team Builder website doesn't work anymore, and I didn't really have, I asked everybody where they wanted to be. A lot of them are sophomores. So a lot of them are sophomores because I can't, once I get here, without the team builder website, I can't really edit what year they're in. So the starting quarterback, of course, is the pimp, Harold. So he is the starting quarterback for the team. Running backs. I am the starting running back for the team. I am a power back, and once you actually see it, like you can see the character is 280 pounds. I just wanted to raise the weight up so that the character actually looked chunky, like, you know, because I'm a fat dude. So I did that, and then down below, like a long time ago, I added my cousin to the as a backup running back, but for the most part, and you'll see this soon, he is mostly a return man. So it's gonna be a lot of like that's gonna be his focus, is mostly just doing returns. For the fullback, I originally had David Ryan, aka Scoba. Shout out to Scoba. I originally had him as a tight end, but because, you know, I don't think he ever specified where he wanted to be when I originally made the team. I just put him as a tight end. But like I had someone else asked to be a tight end, so I figured I'd move him to the fullback position, where he can still do some of that tight end type stuff if we place him there and if he needs to be there. But I figured is a good place to put him is on the fullback side. Of course, the number one wide receiver is Shambo Davis. I've explained that one a long time for a long time. So yeah, Shambo Davis is the number one wide receiver. I was really surprised that no one that I asked what position they wanted to play really wanted to play wide receiver, and that's probably the reason why Shambo Davis is here in the first place. As tight end, this is why I changed Scoba to fullback, is because Chase said that he wanted to play tight end. So I put Chase in as the starting tight end. For the offensive line, like no one wants to play offensive line, so I don't have anybody that I changed specifically for the offensive line. But on the defensive line, the homie Anthony Alex is our starting left end. And you know, I may actually put him in different positions, because I don't think the left end really gets a whole lot of love. For as much as I played so far, it really is not getting a whole lot of love. And then I think we have to go to the linebackers. Jay Amos is actually laid back for life. So shout out to the homie laid back, music maker for Scarcasm. He is the starting left outside linebacker. For middle linebacker, it's Ron, the recuperator blocker. He wanted me to put recuperator blocker in. I don't know why he just didn't want me to put Ron blocker in, but the homie Ron Block, patron, the very first patron that we had, is the starting middle linebacker. Part of being a part of the Patreon is us adding you to games like this, or anywhere where we can actually name characters or players or anything like that, to be able to do that and use the patrons as a way of incorporating you, not just in just helping us out with what we do around Geeks Gone Raw and Scarcasm, but it's also we're putting you as like a featured part of what we do when we do play games where we can name people. So shout out to the homie Ron Block. I don't have anybody there. Cornerbacks. Now a long time ago when I first got this started, the name Jacob Broadway probably doesn't mean anything to a whole lot of people, but it is the homie Jaybird. That's his real name. He has been the starting cornerback since I made this team, but you know, rest in peace to the homie Jaybird. He's not here anymore, but I still wanted him to be the starting cornerback, because in its inception, that was who he was. And that was his part of this. So shout out to the homie Jaybird. And then the homie Sam wanted to be a cornerback also, so I added him as the second you at the very least you're going to use two cornerbacks anyway. So I got Jay Bird on one side, Sam on the other side. So we got that. And then our strong safety is the other patron that we have right now is the homie Cam. Shout out to Cam Rock. He wanted to be the strong safety. Now, when we had the conversation on the show, we said that that Chase was probably going to be like a cornerback of some sort, but Chase decided he wanted to be a tight end, and Cam Rock made all of the jokes about wanting to be the safety so he could clean up after Chase. But he's not cleaning up after Chase because Chase is on the offense. But, he's just going to have to clean up after, Jay Bird and Sam pretty much. So shout out to Cam, and he is there. I don't have anybody on the kicker, as far as the kicker or the punter. Those are just characters that were already named. But like I said, the returners. My main returner is my cousin. I put him as the main returner. The second stream is going to be Sam. Third stream is going to be Shambo Davis. Like, if something happens to either one of them, Shambo Davis will be able to take care of everything, no problem. And that's going to be the same for kickoffs, for kick returns and punt returns. So. And that's pretty much what we have right now. And for some reason, I don't know why, but if the kicker or the punter can't do it, for some reason my character is supposed to do it, and I have zero idea why it's set up that way. I don't know whether my character can actually kick or punt, but hopefully we'll never have to figure that part out. And I think that's pretty much it for the intro. This is just to kind of give you an idea of what everything is going to be. And when the season starts, I'm going to do the recruiting stuff off camera. Unless you really care about seeing it on camera, I can record that too. But like most people thinks that part is boring, except for on the live stream where I'm going to have to do it, which is probably going to be a problem for some people unless I automate it, which I personally don't like to automate. I like to go after who I'm going after, but we'll figure all of that stuff out later. Thank you to the patrons, and we're going to try to get this series going, and we're going to try to get this thing running for a decent amount of time. I'm thinking in its inception, I'm thinking at the very least 2 seasons to try, and then after the first 2 seasons, try to see where we are at that point, because a lot of the people that I just added couldn't be put in as freshmen, so I can't really guarantee this thing to ride it all out for all 4 seasons for all of the freshmen, which was the initial inception of adding us to the team, but I can't really do that. So we're gonna say 2 seasons at least, and we're gonna see how it goes from there. So do all of the things, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified when new stuff comes out. Also going to be doing a little bit of live streaming. I did some on the PlayStation 4 NBA Live. Hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to do more live stream stuff. I find that to be a lot easier because I don't really have to edit that. Well, I probably should pull it down and then edit it back up, but I'm not really going to do that. I prefer the live stream going up as a live stream and letting that be what it is. So until the season starts, peace out and go Bulldogs.